Hello, this is Dr. Bartosh of Proactive Wellness and Injury Center, and today I want to speak about an issue, or a disease I should say, called rheumatoid arthritis. It's an autoimmune disorder. Now, if you have it or you know of somebody who has it, this information is really going to be a benefit to you. We've just been made aware through some research that's been done that individuals who have rheumatoid arthritis are more prone to dying early if they have another disease that's occurring at the same time. And that disease is called coronary artery disease. Coronary artery disease. Now, for years, everybody was lambasting cholesterol. As a matter of fact, we seem to be on this crusade now where we need to lower everybody's cholesterol. But in fact, as I've said before, cholesterol is not the bad guy that it's been made out to be. As a matter of fact, it's created by the body. It's absolutely necessary for the health of the brain. It will rise when the body is toxic due to chemical pollutants and whatnot. But this issue of lowering it and attributing heart disease to it, we're finding out is totally wrong. Now, before I go to that, I want to remind you, those of you who have rheumatoid arthritis or know someone who does, rheumatoid arthritis is totally treatable. We can reduce its expression, and I'm not speaking about using drugs or surgical procedures, but there are paths that you can take. As a matter of fact, folks, there are certain foods that you may be ingesting that are actually exacerbating or worsening the rheumatoid arthritis. So it would behoove you to find a natural practitioner and sit down with them and explain to them your situation and see what kind of actions you can take. But getting now back to the issue of death in individuals who have rheumatoid arthritis, when it's coupled with coronary artery disease, we find out now that heart disease is not attributed to the cholesterol as was once believed or has been postulated, but rather the incidence of heart disease is perpetrated by cellular inflammation. By inflammation, or an inflammatory process. We've been telling you for years how important it is to go through a cellular detoxification because of the chemicals that we're bombarded with on a daily basis, and how this is impacting our health more than any other single factor that we know of. The chemical toxins and pollutants are creating a problem with our bodies that it can't keep up with, and sometimes is overwhelmed by, that's resulting in an inflammatory response that is now opening the door to other things. So what happens in the arteries is when you have cellular inflammation, it literally expands the arteries and it enables more plaque then to build up. And as the plaque builds up, the arteries then start to, because of the plaquing, you start to develop down the path or go down the path of coronary artery disease, which, if not arrested, is going to result in heart disease. But you see, many people are running after reducing the cholesterol, and all the time the cells are remaining inflamed, the plaque is continually building up, and then we reach what's called the limitation of matter, and the person, he or she, then has a heart attack or some kind of a cardiac issue. So what do you want to do in this? I think my suggestion is, when you go and have your physical, when you have your blood work done, one of the things you want to request of your doctor is to have your C-reactive protein tested. It's a blood test that looks at the C-reactive protein, and that's going to give you a gauge as to whether or not you are in the process of developing coronary artery disease that, if left unchecked, is going to result in a heart problem. And it's complicated if indeed you already are suffering with rheumatoid arthritis. So that's some information I want to pass on to you, because remember, as I always say, one of the most important and impactful things that you can do regarding your health, and remember, your health is your responsibility, is remaining proactive.